And a very good evening to you. It's Richard here on the Craft Store, and it's very exciting actually because you've got two presenters for the price of one today, because joining me is the lovely Paula. And Paula, this is pretty much the first time that we worked together at all.
Absolutely.
On the same day even, I think, and we're on the same show.
Actually, probably right. Yeah, because we have kind of missed each other, but it's great to work with you.
And you
hear
as well.
Great things. So,
oh no, well, I won't live up to it. That's for absolute sure. What's funny though, just as I was getting mic'd up to come in, that our sound guy Dean went. So Richard, are you in this hour? Are you presenting or are you guesting? And I was like, panic! It's like, what? Guesting? What am I doing? Have I got a range of products out? What's that going? And then he got confused.
Obviously, because I got the presenter one when I needed a guest.
You are the guest. I'm the presenter in this hour. And the reason why you are the guest, Pal, is because you're not just an amazing talent on screen on the Craft Store, but you're also behind the scenes. You've got your own crafting company.
Well, it's more like I design dyes for Crafts too, actually, and Crafts to manufacture. But it's my kind of range is I always have loved paper engineering, and I love always kind of thinking a little bit contemporary look, and I think it's like this. And then therefore, when John approached me, of course, John Logwood, he works with Crafts too and Pete, and of course, that company kind of said, well, would you like to do a range with us? Would you like to? And I was like, oh, I would love to. And I had already the idea of the Boundless journal. The name came a little bit later, but the whole concept is about making quick and easy art journal, memory books, maybe something, just a paper craft project with paper and the dyes. You don't need any glue to bound it all together, and we'll explain how to do it.
You see, because when you first mentioned that to me just before, I was thinking, how does that actually work? Because it's quite difficult to get things to interlock together and stay in place without all just coming apart.
Absolutely.
Or without tearing the card or the paper.
Indeed, and hence that's a very good point, because the concept of making an incision and putting some paper to hinge it is something that has it's kind of a paper crafting trick. However, this is taking it to a level where you know that you're not going to tear the paper, that everything has been thought for you and everything is going to work. And of course, I came out with these kind of random pages as well, because how many of us have got little pieces of paper and pieces, maybe graphic 45, or here you can see some of Dolly Dimple's beautiful papers there, or stamps. That sort of elements, you want to incorporate them, and having a smaller art journal that you can die cut as many times as you want, with paper, not only paper but also a material, and even maybe thin acetate, that will be an incredible easy to do, and of course for a lot of different projects as well.
Yep, you can only be beaten if you give up. Well, that is very true. We're not going to do that today. We won't be beaten. We're not going to give up, because this is the one-day special. It is Miss P. She's here herself. Miss P loves, and it's the Boundless Journal and Floral Panels die set. It's in a bundle. It's normally $38.98, and until just 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, you've got it for $33.98. You've got a £5 discount. So, what are we getting here, Paula?
So we are getting the original, the Boundless Journal pages, which is the same one that if you got the one-day special, it only had one airing back in April. If you got it, you may have it already, this one. I want to make it very clear, but if you did miss it, because it did sell out very quickly, now is your chance to get it here at the Craft Store. So you are getting the original pages in there that kind of cuts and scores it with the two locking case, and of course the hinge itself and the extender, and of course all these different elements that they were there as well, like the paper clips. Ooh. Then you are getting as well the Floral Panel die sets. Now this is the brand new die set from Miss P Loves. Now this one is the one that comes in with the florals, the outer that cuts into the card, and the outer die that cuts it the floral into the card, the outer one cuts it out of the card. Then you are getting the centers for the flowers to add like in the statement. You get the brickworks, which I will explain in a little bit what they mean. Well, it's the brick kind of elements in there. And then of course you get the other panel with the geometric as well, cut it into the card, and the outer one as well. This, for instance, this sample I did at the 6 p.m. and you can see how it has cut it out of the card, creating that floatiness as well in there. Now,
I love it. I've got some samples here, Paula. Now, I'm having a laugh because I've worked with John now, so I know all about John. But look at it, there's a picture of John on the back here. I didn't even know.
Yeah, because
didn't even notice
John,
this.
You can open it because this is a project that I believe John and some, you know, it's from their household.
Oh, look at him!
Yeah, I love this, isn't it?
That's great. But look at this inside. So you put like memories and photos in there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this is a great thing as well. I'm thinking. So basically, I'm going to Spain in a couple of days, and this is one of the dies I'm taking to my mom because I know that my mom is a paper crafter, will love that, but also my niece who is 9 years old, she can paper craft as well. And this is the thing, it's fun, it's easy, and doesn't require glue, which means that of course if you have got little ones, you can give them all the different elements. They can paint, they can stamp, they can, you know, do whatever they want to, and then they can assemble it without any glue or cutting anything with scissors.
It's incredible. So it's all hanging together here because you sort of threaded each piece through a kind of slot here. Yeah. And as a result of that, nothing falls apart. It's not, you know, delicate or anything like that. It's all held together. Look, you can see the middle part here is keeping it all together.
It's upside down. So if you
it is upside down. That is true. But still, there you go. Sorry.
Which actually, I did say that the only thing you could do wrong was to have it the key upside down. But it shows even that when it's full on, even like this, it still holds it all together. So
that's true. That's why I did it, Paola.
Yeah, so, exactly. To show. Okay.
Obviously. There we go. So. But I do really like the fact that no glue was used for this at all, and it all holds together.
And then this one is, you can show this with the acetate one. Yeah, because this one is
using different media.
Yeah, because acetate, if it's thin acetate, John told me this top tip, so I cannot take credit for it. If you put it underneath a piece of, you know, paper, then you die cut it, it will die cut beautifully. And look at that. I mean, you can see the panels, and you can see how you can do this modern contemporary look if you wanted to. But you can do traditional, you can do vintage, you can do lots of different you know, styles as well.
That is amazing, and it cuts this all completely fine, does it?
It does. It's just a top tip of having paper. I remember, I think John uses also watercolor card because then you have got the you know, kind of the page itself to use it. And by the way, of course, for the pages, I should mention this. You need an A4 die cutting machine because that one is a little bit wider than 6 inches.
Good to know. That is great. Just not gonna. I'll pick that up in a second.
You know,
sorry,
Richard,
pal. Did you hear this about me? Did you hear this about me? I do knock things over occasionally. Half the stock has gone, including that pit there that just fell off. Half the stock has gone. We'll get that other bit back so that can go out onto the shop floor as well. Half the stock, that's great, isn't it? 981135. That's the Miss P Loves Boundless Journal and Floral Panels die sets. 24 dies you're getting in total there, with that £5 saving as well. And it really is a new concept. You can use your dies, you can cut them out, and then slot it all together to make some fabulous books with no need whatsoever to use any kind of adhesive or fastening or covering at all. It is just all there for you. It's like paper engineering, origami, but with all the work done for you. You just cut it out, good to go, just slots in. Now, we have another bundle for you here as well. This is a die bundle. 32 dies you're getting here. 751321 is the item code for this one. Now, the normal price is £29.96, but you're going to get £3 off this one. 32 dies of this one. What's different about this one?
Okay, so this one, first of all, comes in with the two, you know, the botanicals you can see there, and then it comes with the small hinge, and then it comes in with the geometric flowers. Now, first of all, the geoflowers are the ones that will coordinate perfectly with your floral panels. They are the same size, and of course, you can overlay the intricate, or you can create other effects. But even better that this bundle comes in with the small hinge. The small hinge is the same system as the journaling pages, but this allows you to do the same kind of, you know, kind of principle of no glue required, but you can use it on any paper or card that is at least 3 inches in height, because this one doesn't cut pages. That will cut the little hole and has got the hinge that will match it perfectly. You have got some samples in this, the other
this one here?
where you
here?
Put these ones.
Okay.
Yeah, got the bottom one. Yeah, this one.
The bottom one.
Yeah, that one show.
That's a good one. Okay,
that one exactly. So can you see?
Do you want me to open this way? Yeah.
Yeah, you can open it, but you can see.
Yep.
The hinge at the very top.
Okay.
Open up it. Yeah, there.
Yeah, okay.
That is the same principle of having that folded piece of card going through the hole, with the little kind of key element that holds it all together.
It's very sturdy, isn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that a lot of people think, but paper will hold it together. And it's yes, as long as, you know, I would recommend using card for the hinge because that will give it a little bit more durability. But it will hold it together. Yeah, that one is actually using it. So this is a circle, and this is a paper engineering feed.
Oh, wow.
If you open it...
Does it open up all the way around?
Can you see the hinges there, the white elements in the...
Oh, yeah.
There. So basically, this is really clever. It's two elements, two hinges, attaching elements to each other. It's just super clever how this has been assembled. And I forgot, there is no name on there, and I forgot who made it. So I think is it Leslie? One of the angels.
One of the angels.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
It's
lovely.
amazing.
That's fantastic. And what else we got here? Shall I show
And then, of
another
course,
one?
yeah, we have got the Botanicals as well. We have got this one as well that you can see in there. Again, the hinge in there. So this is using exactly the same die. So if you have got any pre-score card, any card at all, you place it over there, creates the hole, and then you can die cut as well the hinge. So this is perfect if you want more of a traditional look. If you don't want the kind of random elements, this one is for you. If you're like me, that you want to use every single piece of card at home to create art journals, including, of course, watercolor card, this is also perfect. You don't have to measure. Everything will be a little bit random, or if you want to be precise, you can do that as well.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Just so simple, and then the end result is so elegant, isn't it? And
it's a kind of an easy way to, you know, to make journals or memory books as well.
Quick and easy. Just,
absolutely.
I'd like to have a go at that. That's really good. So you're going to get 32 dies with that particular bundle there. In each one, there's 3 different sets. You've got the Geoflowers. There's 13 dies in that one. You've got the small hinge. There's 8 dies in that one. And then you've got the Botanicals. You've got 11 dies with that one. Put it all together. You've got 32 there, and you're going to get £3 off it. It's $26.96 for that. So a couple of bundles to think about there, including our one-day special. And we are a quarter of the way of the stock has gone now on this particular kit that I'm showing you right now, our accessories die bundle. So a quarter of that has gone. So, Paola, you're going to show us now, I believe, exactly how this works.
Absolutely. I'm really glad that is you because, of course, you can see all the different...
Oh, yes. Oh, by the way, this is the website. We're going to see Paola doing her thing in a minute. This is all on the website right now, so you can get all of the discounts. There's some really nice 5-star reviews in there as well. Loads and loads of essentials that you might need along the way, from the John next door there as well, and Craft 2. Lots of bits and pieces just to build up your stash there. Make sure you've got all of your crafting equipment so that you can tackle this one-day special from Paola. So, Paola, now you're going to show me how we put this all together. We cut the pieces out, and I'm excited about how they're going to assemble.
So very simple. I'm going to go through how it all works. So we have got here the component from the Boundless journal, the Boundless journal pages. So I have die cut already this one. This one is the largest die. This is the only die from the full collection that requires an A4 die cutting machine. But of course, this one is the essential one. So that creates that hole in here. It also has got some scoring lines. So that means that you have got the center scoring line and some others. That will give you, if I can show you here, let's see if I can see that one maybe a little bit better, that you can see that one has been already scored. Now, if I wanted to do, like when you start adding more pages, this is why the other scoring lines are, is basically to stretch the fibers. So when we have got like a really bulky element, the pages they know where to fold a little bit. You can take it.
Okay.
So
it's a little bit of give in it, so it doesn't rip.
Indeed, they have. Then we have got what I call the hinge element, and you can see it here. It has die cut. So this one is this die here. So that die cuts. And you have got also panels. So if you want to create like a layer, matting and layering with pattern paper, you have got those options there as well.
Well, could you cut out of that and make it a frame as well?
Yes, you can. Indeed, you can. You can. And in fact, one of the samples, I think there is done there. And then we have got what I call them the, the locking keys, because that will hold the hinge in place. I've given you two different styles. This one was inspired by a real key. Yeah. Not the key of my house. Let me But you know, that was kind of.
I tell you what, you could use that for other things to embellish, couldn't you?
Exactly, you can indeed as well. So for and then of course you have got this one, which has got a paper clip. I'm going to show them how they both work. Right, so we have to cut a few of these pages. So for instance, this one is out of rice paper. We have got in here some fabric as well, so quilting cotton maybe, or something like that. Then we have some parchment as well, or parchment or vellum. And you see, we can fold them whichever way we want, so like inside out or outside. And then by rotating them, it's creating all those random lines. You can, if you want it, make them all the same, but that's the beauty of this project, is to make them all a little bit random. Okay. So what we do is this element has got also, let me show you if I can see there, or let's see, there we. Yeah, you can see a score down. So I just fold them like this, and then that has got that kind of element in there. Now, there is secondary lines. That is, of course, if you have got a wider book, again, that will account for extra pages. So it's all thought for. And the best way to do it, especially at the very beginning, is to put it in there and then literally just thread one at a time. And that way is the easiest way to put them. And you can, you know, that point that you were making before, you know, about not tearing, that's exactly it. To cut something like this with rice paper, with scissors, or no, scissors would be difficult. You know, even with a craft knife, it would rip.
Yes. And then once you try to push it over whatever you're getting it onto as well, there might be some wear and tear there.
Absolutely. So that's
how many? What's the most the thickness you could make that book? How many different pages could you put on it?
It depends, because, like for instance, it depends on the thickness of it. I would say that what you can do is always test them. Test them because there's another reason why I'm giving you two locking keys. Let me show you why. The two difference is, if you look at them, you can see that the key one, I don't know if you can see, it's slightly wider. So if you have got lots of components, this might not go through it, because that will kind of give that will give a little bit of height, so it might not fit through. So this is, but even here you can see that it fits perfectly.
Yes.
So still,
so it's got a maximum thickness that it can take there, but each individual component you could have lots of thinner pages or 2 or 3 thicker pages.
Absolutely, that's the point.
Yeah.
And then of course the paper clip one kind of slots like that, so that kind of is like that paper clip in there.
Yeah, I like that.
So that is it.
Oh, it's really good, isn't it? It's very, very, very easy.
Very easy.
And
the best bit is...
And what about taking it apart? Can you do that? Can you sort of like go, oh, I don't want that sheet in it, I want to put something new in it?
Absolutely.
So you just update it. If it's like some sort of journal or memory book, you can take something out and replace it.
I mean, in fact, this is one of the things I was for Leone's 50th birthday. I did I thought, well, I'm going to make her an album of like all the times that we have been together, all these little adventures. So at the beginning was going to be just like one, or maybe about 10 pictures, but then of course they were like over 50 pictures. So it started growing and growing.
Yeah,
exactly. So it was fine, you know. Then I thought, oh, to start with 10. Then I said, oh, maybe 25, and then 50, and then it was like, I don't know, maybe 60 or 70. But the thing is, then you have got in here the other element, which I haven't even mentioned, which is that extender. And that extender means that is this other die in here. You can see that this one that cuts in there, and this one is the one that and this you can, then you have to use glue, but then this is what you can then glue like this, and then let me grab another album. Could you pass me this one? Then. And then you can go in with another
you can
one.
Add 2 albums together.
And you can then not only glue them, but also it will look a really nice professional finish. This one you will have to glue it, but that way gives you that kind of finish, that kind of centers. So I end up doing 3 of them for Leone, and all of them.
Just think of how many you have to do on a 75th or 100th. Wow. Is she happy with you, like, mentioning what her actual age is on the...
Well, she talked about it.
Oh, she's well, it's the only, isn't it? She probably was guessing about it all day.
Absolutely. Shall we talk about the floral panels as well?
Yes, please.
Because that's included as well on the one-day special. To make clear, this is the brand new die. This is the brand new die that, because the journals have been before, but just in April, this is the second view in here at the craft store. But this is the first time that we see them here at the craft store. They're beautiful floral panels. Now, this one comes in with the innies and the outies, in the sense that this one will cut it out of the card and this one will cut just into the card. So we can do apertures on any card. If you wanted to do a shake card, these would cut it. If you wanted to do an aperture, for instance, I think this card in here. So for instance, this one has been cut into the card, so you can see there as well. So you have got this ability to do
I love the way you get the two options with these dies.
Absolutely, yeah. And then, of course, we have got the geometric. Now, the geometric, I love flowers and geometrics, because I always think that is kind of, sometimes for women we prefer flowers, but for men,
soft against the sort of, you know, the hard, it kind of accentuates both of them, doesn't it?
Exactly, it does.
Like the meshing behind and the soft, you know, the flat. Yeah,
absolutely.
I like it.
So that's very good way to put it. And also, if you had the originals, that of course now they have sold out and they're not coming back. So you know, that's a word of advice. It was the other way around. So the floral was onto the more, the larger panel, and the geometry was on the smaller one. Now it's the other way around. So combines perfectly in there as well. Yeah. Also included in this bundle, you have got the centers for the flowers, so those little dots. So this is the die, so it's one single die, so you don't have to mess around with little circles. The heart within the circle is the perfect matting and layering. So again, you can use it with the center of the flower. Then you have got the stamen for the flowers. So this one, if I take this one, you can see that will match perfectly that sort of size. Yep. But also, if you have got the Geoflowers from previous, we have got it with the small hinge, you can see that it will match absolutely perfectly there. Yeah. So everything kind of mixes and matches, but also work completely on their own.
And then, all of these that you're showing us here in the floral patterns can work in the actual journals themselves. It all fits inside.
It all fits perfectly inside. It's the panel that works in perfect. And then we have got like a paper clip element in here, and then the diamond, which will match perfectly that diamond. So it means that if you want to kind of create a little bit of a kind of contrast, you could do that. And then we have got what I call the brick words. Now this is kind of something that I had a little bit of a space, and I love stickers that kind of are printed in black with white letters, but I always run out of the same words, or I didn't have my own words. So what I did, it was like, oh, I can put this die in here, which is perfect for a stencil, because then you can do this and kind of brush it over and will create something like a pattern, you know, like kind of a geometric pattern, like a brick wall.
It looks like a brick wall, yeah.
It does. Yeah. But then I thought, well, if I design my own words, and you can download them on my blog, blog.paolapasquale.com, and you can download them for free for personal use. You have got the 3 different ones. So you have got like things for, I love this one, for instance. If you have no critics, you will likely have no success by Malcolm X.
Very good, very good.
And this one, so reflect, pause, breathe.
I must be very successful in that case.
Well, but look at that, yeah, you know. But things like, for instance, everything you can imagine is real by Picasso. Hence why it's for personal use, because there's lots of codes by different people who are. And then there is some of them that are, you could use them because they are happy birthday and so on. But this is why you're thinking, what is it? Download them through the blog or through my Facebook, but also download them and then as a PDF and print them 100%. That's because...
Okay, because then that's going to fit in exactly, wow, with the die.
The die. So if you die cut it, then you will get things like this.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So, and then you can print them as many times as you want, and then you can have them as well. So the wisest thing you can do is to be on your site, which is by Maya Angelou. So things like that for your art journaling as well as for your card making. So remember, these ones are free.
That's a nice touch. That's free, and you can just download that and print it off as many times as you like.
As you want for personal use.
That's because normally you have to pay for sentiments and stuff. That's very generous of you, Paola.
Well, I like to share. And also I wanted to mention as well that those panels, that you remember that the panels are the outer ones. They are slightly different from the original ones because they give you that extra edge. So the white one are the new ones, which are slightly larger. Still will fit perfectly on both of them with your pages. Those
look great. Just on that card there, it looks like a Windows, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do.
That kind of avant-garde windows of the
haunted house. Haunted house.
Yes. Yes, is it German Expressionism? Is it like a kind of Gothic?
Oh,
kind
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
there you go. Oh, I like that. That's a great bundle, isn't it? It's our one-day special, and what a brilliant one that Paola's got for us today. Over half the stock has gone. I am not surprised, because what you have here is everything you need, really, to produce a really lovely journal, and something that's a real talking point and really interesting, because it's been put together with paper engineering, but it's all been done for you, and you don't have to get any glues, anything. You don't have to use anything like that to put it together. You can construct it, you slot it all together, and then you can use the floral die set to put some lovely touches to it as well, as we've just seen from Paola. You can do all sorts of different pictures using the meshing. You can use the diamonds on there as well. You can then use the sentiments as well that Paola's kindly put out for you, that you can add in with all of the dyes, which actually mix and match, and everything is the perfect sizing as well. Got some more samples to show you here. Oh, look at this one. We have an Asian theme here, very oriental. Oh, is that chopsticks?
They are chopsticks.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Well,
wow, look at that one there. So there's your book. Chopsticks with a little brooch there as well, a little Chinese girl or Japanese girl, I think it is. And then inside here we have all the writing. Oh, that is amazing. The theme of that.
And in this case, the hinge has been put together slightly different. So instead of the way that I showed you, shall I show it how it is? Because instead of putting it with the kind of mountain in there, like this, has been put the other way around, and then you can put maybe a tool or a chopsticks or something like that to, this one is a little bit,
a pen,
and then you can see,
that's brilliant. Like, so you can make notes and
absolutely, yeah.
I absolutely love this. Love the chopsticks. I mean, you wouldn't want to put them back in there after you use them, probably, because you're going to get a lot of
well, I'll give them a good wash.
Give them a clean first. But the more I look at these books when they're put together, I love the fact that all the pages are kind of at perpendicular, weird, random angles, like it's all been jumbled together, like shuffling a pack of cards. We've got another one quickly to show you here as well.
I love this one because it also shows that if you like more of a traditional look, this one is, on the outside is traditional, but in this side, the pages are that. So you can, once that you make your album, there's no reason why you cannot incorporate it into a traditional book-bound element. If you want to do that, you don't have to, but you can do it if you want to.
Look, it holds everything together. It looks like, when I first open it up, it looks like everything's going to drop out. I'm a bit worried because there's such a jumble of pages and interesting shapes and sizes, and actually it's all held together really, really well. You'd think it would have the proper, traditional bookbinding on it, where it'd all been sewn in and glued together. But no, it's all held together by itself, which is great. And you can put it all together and add all your embellishments on it and then decorate it to your heart's content. And you can do it all for that special price for our one-day special, which is available until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Only that price. £5 off, £33.98 for your one-day special. Make sure you tap in the item code 981135, and half the stock has gone. So don't hang around, is what I would say to that. Now, we've also got another set for you here. This is another die set here, a die bundle. You're getting 32 dies in total here. You've got botanical dies, you've got small hinge dies, and you've got geoflower dies as well. They're all going to work really, really well together, or on their own. You can take each stamp set, die set, and you can use those on various projects, or you can mix and match and you can amalgamate them all together. Got lots of examples to show you here, what Paola has put together using these dies here. Have we shown this one down? I don't think we have, Paola, on this. No.
There is more down there, so you can see them.
What do you want me to show? This one?
No, the bottom one.
This one? No?
Closer to me, closer to me.
It's closer to you, this one?
Yeah, this one there.
Yeah, okay. Oh, right, yes.
Because that one, this is going to be the next demo that I'm going to do, or something very similar. And it's the idea of that maybe you have got printed cards, or you have got printed, elements in there, and you're kind of thinking, oh, I want to make an album quickly. This is a very good way to use them like that. So you can, of course, just like cut into, this is my late Wasabi, when it was the Olympics, I did put him German Spanish flag to just to make sure that he was a Spanish supporter.
Wow, what a memento. That
Yeah.
is amazing. And then, oh, look, and inside each bit here, you've got various photos.
And of
that you
course,
can add
this
in.
is using the instant frame, which we have got coming up in one of the packs as well, in the geometrics as well there. So
There
you can
again,
see
there's the
there,
hand.
that's the hand. So this is going to be the next demonstration to show it's the same principle. It cuts the hole, and of course, then you kind of insert the kind of hinge in there as well.
Is that you there?
Yeah, it is me. That's me at
Paula.
28 years, 2008. Yeah, that's me.
Wow.
That's,
Was that last year?
yeah, I wish. That's 2008, I guess.
2008,
That is, yeah, that's how I am usually at home. You know, it's like,
Very good.
Yeah.
With a little cat in your arms.
Yeah.
Cute. There we are. Oh, I like that. That's very good. It's excellent sample, that one. 751321 is the item number for that particular die bundle as well, if you'd like to use that. Now, we have more die sets for you as we move along here. We've got a geometric die set for you here. Now, once these have gone, they have gone. We're not bringing these back on extended delivery because there ain't no more after this. So do make sure that you get one of these into your basket. These were 80% gone last time we checked. We have not got many left. 261741 for the geometrics die set here. You're getting 4 dies here for the price of $9.99. The geometrics are these ones here. There you go. So you're getting like you've got the nice border type arrangement down the side here. You've got squares, very much like your shapes and your hard edges and your arrows, things like that. You've got triangles in there, all the classics, oblongs. So you've got all of that to put together, and obviously you can, I guess, you can once you cut it out, Paola, you can add more and more to that and make it a bigger design, right?
Absolutely, you can. I mean, these ones are, for instance, it's funny you say that because the triangles, I did one, but I forgot to bring it. You kind of glue it and extend it as well. But these ones are dies that we kind of, like, I kind of designed them thinking to embellish. I wanted a little bit of geometrics to run them, to kind of add elements into it. And this is, for instance, a card by my friend Julie Hickey, the amazing Julie Hickey, who often is here with her own designs. And it's just like kind of, I like the simplicity of it. And I like how she uses her own stamps, and it works so beautifully with these dies.
And you put this, limited stock on this now. So I see you put a card together here, and this is the geometric shapes, is that right?
Yes,
on the front?
absolutely.
But you've actually used what we're going to show the other shapes in a minute on the other die set, but that's in the background, right? The hearts.
Absolutely. You're spot on.
See, I'm all over it.
I'm impressed.
Paola, I'm all over it
impressed.
now. I'm getting there. Usually takes me about 65% of the counter.
Okay, all
and about
right.
this point, I'm like, oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
So,
Yeah.
I'm there. So yeah, we're seeing the 2 die sets amalgamated here. This is on limited stock now, the geometric ones here. $9.99 for that's going to go any second. It's just gone. Told you any second. I did say technically sold out now. Now this is still available though. Here, this is our arrow heart die set where you're getting 9 dies here. Now we did see that just in the background of that card there, but I do have some more examples of it being used here. Look at that, all the arrows there, some lovely hearts. I like the way those have been coloured in, if you like, or filled in with the concentric hearts going in. Those look like butterflies.
Yeah. I love this. It kind of could be wings for butterflies, could be so many things as well. And I love this. This is a card actually by John Lockwood himself, and I love it. It's such a lovely card. And it's because you are getting the outer die and then the kind of geometric that cuts into the card. So you can do things like that beautiful card.
That's lovely. And we've got, this is this way around, isn't it? Now, let me get this the right way around. Yes. Correct, yeah, because we've got the tags here. 70% of this die set has gone. And here you can see it's all added in.
Yeah, with the arrows. So the arrows are perfect to kind of highlight elements as well. And you can see there is a mix of them as well with other elements from
the geometric shapes.
Yeah, the geometric shapes, the hearts in there as well. And other elements, actually the whole book is done with the Hinge Element die from the One Day Special. That on its own creates the pages, and then all the accessories kind of embellish it.
Oh, it's brilliant. One Day Special will get you the original journal, if you like, and then all of these die sets is what you can do to give it that extra special something as you decorate it inside. Now, there's another way of making savings as well, getting your postage and packing, getting 10% off at a time. It's called Freedom, and here's some more details.
Have you heard of Freedom? Did you know that as a Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £7.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Freedom Members badge, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with the craft store more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause if you're going away, or you can cancel at any time you decide. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 88888 and join Freedom today.
Thanks, Leonie. Leonie was here earlier on. It was lovely to see her, wasn't it? It's like you two go back a long way now. You've got all the way. You've got 50.
Well, I mean, we don't go back 50 years.
No,
It wasn't our 50th anniversary.
For a 50th birthday, you've got all the memories, haven't you? Yes,
That's like
I should say.
Yeah, because we met, I think, in 2007.
Okay.
And we worked together for a little bit. And then, you know, he's such a person that you stay in contact even in life. And then, like, life brought us back together. And he was just, we call each other the wife. We are not married. We are not in a relationship. But that's
cute.
that.
I like that.
Right. So.
Right. Go on, are you going to show me now how we made that book?
Yeah, absolutely. The one with the... So here I have got some pages that are from a Teresa Collins collection years ago. So don't try to look for them. Probably they don't exist anymore. But this is the idea behind this die, the small hinge. It's about all those things that we have got, that they are random sizes. We don't know what to do with them. What about do a memory album or something, or an art journal? Now, this is the small hinge that I have got here. So one of the things I have done is, you can see that I have gone with a permanent marker to draw a line, the center. Basically, you can see that two dots, that's the center. You don't have to, it's something that sometimes it helps me. Because, for instance, if you have got a piece of card that is this large, you can then position it right on the scoring line. Okay. Yep. If it's a smaller card, for instance, in here, what you do is actually you do it this way up. So you line it up with that line and that scoring line, the central one. And that will give you the perfect, kind of center element. But I'm going to do it in here first. So I'm going to just place it. Now, if you are somebody very meticulous, I'm glad somebody is, I'm not. So if you wanted to make sure that this bit in the bottom is equal to here, you could measure it up. Okay. So this bit here, the same as the bottom here, you could. I don't do that. I just don't. Because life is too short. And so am I, to actually do that.
It's all comparative. I'm sure you're not too short compared to Leonie. Who knows?
I'm still shorter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to have a joke, but I'm not going to say it. But,
we've got Bernie here as well.
Bernie.
You taller than Bernie?
How much? I'm taller than Bernie. I'm taller than somebody. Oh.
You found your person to stand next to at parties, so you feel like...
I'm towering over her. Not really. just about an inch. But...
I have the opposite problem. All the conversations go on underneath me, and my head's just in the clouds. I don't know. Well, it is anyway.
Yeah, well, I kind of always say that I look up to everybody. And definitely I look up to you.
Oh, thank you, Paola. I don't look down to you, put it that way.
That's good. That's good to know. Anyway, I'm going to center that one in here, and then I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine as well. And one of the things is, again, remember that this is a die that will cut the aperture. So if you have got rice paper that you want to, like a tiny bit of rice paper, as long as it's 3 inches in height, you will be able to do that. And I love that. I love the fact that this is a system that allows you to utilize small pieces of paper, small pieces of fabric that you may have as well in your craft room. So you can see in here, it has kind of gone in. And now what I need, of course, is the hinge that will hold it all together.
Yes.
Right, so I'm going to put this in here. So that has got the hinge and the keys. Now, in this case, in this set, of course, it comes in with its own hinge because it's a smaller aperture. If I put it side by side, you will see the difference. You know, if you're using the journal, the pages, you can see that it's a slightly...
You got it. Good catch.
Almost. Oopsie doopsie.
Oh,
Almost an oopsie doopsie.
you thought about being a goalkeeper. That was a great reflex catch, that was. Yeah.
No, I'm too short.
No, true.
I wouldn't reach.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was like, you know.
It'd be easy to take a penalty against you, wouldn't it? Look, so did you manage to get it?
Yeah. I mean,
Good.
to get the penalty in or to get it played. Right. So you can see that it's a slightly smaller. This is the journal page. It's a little bit taller. The small hinge is a little bit, can you say that, smaller. So therefore, this is why it needs its own hinge. So its own hinge is this one. It comes in there. And then we are going to put it in there. And then again, it's the same principle. Absolutely the same
It's
principle.
dead easy, that, isn't it?
See,
That's
for
the bit
instance-
that's,
I
simple
made a
as.
mistake. I made a mistake. Is
Yeah.
that I wanted
Yeah.
this one like this, and I
Okay.
wanted that. That's not a problem.
But then you can just rejig it. It takes
Rejig
5
it.
seconds, take it out, put it back in.
put it back in.
Yeah, dead easy.
And then, of course, I mentioned that this one had different keys or different locking mechanisms. This one has got the little tag. So if you have got a little brad, you could put it in the center in here. So that would kind of hold it. So or you can have this one is my favorite. I have to say, I love this one. By the way, I'm using Phil Martin's tools, which are 7-day savers, actually.
It is on the savers. The details are coming up right now on your screen.
And see, this one has got that kind of locking element again, and there. And then, kind of, you can see in here. And then I'm thinking, oh, but I missed this bit. No problem. You
Okay.
can just put them in here.
Yeah.
And then, again, see what I'm doing. I'm following. And I know this is a little bit difficult. I'm going to do it in this side so you can see the scoring line there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to place it like,
Stick it
see?
down there, yeah.
And this is why drawing the line is a little bit easier, because then I can just make sure that it's lined
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And this is the thing.
Make sure you catch it this time, eh? Do you want me to go down the other end?
Maybe.
Just to make sure.
No, I'm a good,
Okay.
goalkeeper.
I've often wondered why people leave the machines running just over the edge of the table. It's a bit dangerous,
It
isn't it?
is a bit sometimes.
You have to make sure you're watching the end come out.
Well, to be honest, it's my fault to, I put it so much to the edge that, but then if you're a crafter, you will know that we love to have, kind of elements in, like we starting with a big table and then it becomes like
It's
10
just always
inch.
cluttered, isn't it?
Yeah, it
you
is.
crafters.
Now, for instance, in here, you can see that I kind of put it a little bit too low, but anyways, it's going to be like that. I'm going to keep it in this sort of element like that, so the
Okay.
hole is there. So again, you just put it in here, and then just going to put it there, and again, lock it in. So you can add as many pages as
Brilliant.
you wanted. Then you can, of course, embellish it or just leave it like this.
Yeah.
You can, again, it has got more scoring lines. So if this became very big, you could then have more pages. So that like this, I think it looks a little bit nicer because it gives you more of a spine and kind
Yes.
of good looks in there.
But if you wanted to, you could add more into that because there's scope for it.
Absolutely, you could.
Yeah, I mean, I think the number one thing for me, apart from the fact I like the fact that it doesn't use any glue or any sort of adhesive, is the fact you can just reuse it again. You can change,
Absolutely.
it's evolving. So it's not just a
Yes.
finished product and it's like, this is it, this is my journal, it's done. You can update it all the time.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you can. And the other thing is, we all have got at home, I don't know if it's elements like, I don't know, maybe we have maybe something like this, like we want to do it. You can, if you wanted to, you can glue it. Now, once that you glue it in here, then you will not be able to unhinge it. But you could use this as a kind of a anchor point for other things if you wanted, or
Okay.
you can put it something in there as well. So kind
Yes.
of that's just what I'm going to do actually.
Yeah.
Just then
Almost
you
like
put
like a clasp on the front of it.
exactly. There is magnets as well. So if you want to do, if you are somebody like myself that loves magnetic clasps and things like that, you can bring them in. And they are, the craft store have got a really good set that you're getting 40 of them, and they are very thin. So you can then kind of do a magnetic clasp. So you can incorporate all those kind of fancy elements as well.
Love a magnetic clasp, me. It's details coming up, I believe, in just a moment on your screen, so you can get hold of some magnetic clasps. 40 pieces for $9.99. It's all right, isn't it?
Yes, it is actually really.
Good
and
value.
I have to say that the storage system is brilliant because also you keep them like the packaging. Also, and with the small hinge, you are getting, of course, the Geoflowers. So I have die cut. If I show you what you are getting, so the magnetic, you are getting the larger ones, and you are also getting the Botanicals. So the Geoflowers has the outer one, which will die cut this one, and then that one which will die cut the intricate. So when we layer them together, you can see how they look. So I'm going to put one of these ones in here, and you can see how these flowers work with traditional elements like these ones, so they're very pretty, but also with more modern, contemporary art journaling kind of elements as well. And also, one of the things that I like to do when I design flowers, even the intricates, is that it has got a solid center, so that is easy to glue them together in there. So I'm going to put that in here, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there, and of course I'm using craft artist glue in there, and then kind of hold it there.
That's right. That's great the way you can make the flowers 3D and layer it
Absolutely.
up because it all
simple.
fits together.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you can keep going, I guess, couldn't you?
You could. So then, for instance, I love kind of thinking what sort of elements, kind of words I want in here. So I'm going to say, oh, this one is, what do I say? Oh, be classy.
Classy?
Classy.
Classy.
Be classy. Classy. Well, there is one saying.
You're saying classy because most people say classy, and I'm not a classy person. I say classy.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't ask me how to pronounce anything like. Oh, I don't know. What are we? Which ones? Look, some people look for a beautiful place. Others make a place beautiful. Birthday wishes, happy birthday. We could say birthday wishes. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Because that would be a lovely card. So that again, oh, look at this. So basically what I was thinking is if you have going for the one-day special, you will get the brickwords. And remember, these ones are free downloads on my blog, paolapasquale.com. And then, of course, I'm using the small hinge to bind it all together and the Geoflowers in there. So you can see, and this could be not, maybe like I said, like I mentioned, for a birthday, instead of just sending a card, just print some pictures that you have and then put some memories in there. And then you have got that ability to create a kind of a card that means a lot more there. You can see.
It means a lot to whoever you give it to. It can mean a lot to yourself as well. And it's just, and also the process of making it is fun and enjoyable and artistic. And then the actual final finished version, it's not something that's just it's a living item, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It keeps changing. You know, it's not one-off like a picture on the wall.
Absolutely. And that's exactly it. And especially if you're doing something like a memory album, it's like there's more pages to be written.
Yes, in your life and obviously in the actual journal as well.
Yeah.
Now, I was handed this a second ago. I was thinking, why is this stuck together? And then I realised it's a magnet. So there's two pieces to it. These are our craft magnets here that you can get on the craft store from Craft 2, and they're 8mm by 1mm. You get 40 pieces in total. There you go. And I can confirm that is, I can feel the attraction. You can feel the attraction in the room. There you go. They do go together. So there's the magnets there, and you can get all of that for $9.99. 40 pieces in total. 40 pieces. Wow. Now let's recap, shall we? Because it's the one-day special. It started off at 6 o'clock this evening. This is our second live hour of Paola's one-day special. We've only got one more live hour, which is are you here tomorrow at 8 a.m.?
Yes, at 8 a.m.
Oh,
just at
okay.
8, and then John will be at 12, but with something completely different from Craft Store.
Okay. So this is a good chance now to get your head around this and have a little look, because it is a really good price. It's £30.58 if you're a Freedom member there. You're making that saving of £8.40. It's £981,185. Your one-day special gives you a £5 discount down to $33.98, with the usual price of $38.96. And look at what you're getting. You're getting the Boundless Journal die set, you're getting the Floral Panel die set. That is 24 dies in total there. And put it all together, you've got yourself a journal, you've made your journal, you're cutting out. I mean, how often are the dies themselves the things that actually make the thing that you're going to put the dies on? That doesn't happen.
You are getting here basically the whole project.
Yes, exactly. So normally you buy a die set and you think, now I have to get myself some papers, some card stock. I have to then put that all together. I have to cut that out. Maybe it comes pre-cut, maybe it doesn't. This is everything you need. All you've got to do really is come up with the material that you're going to use to make the actual journal with, and you can cut it out of, as Paola said, acetate. You can do it out of card, paper, whatever you will. Cut up the actual pages, put it all together. It's got that lovely jumbled effect as well here. I need to show another one of these samples, I feel. Have we shown this one yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, no.
Actually, no. Let's have a little look at this one, shall we? So this is the kind of jumbled random page effect that I'm going to show you here. So when it's all put together, you can see they're all jutting out at different angles there, which makes it really interesting and intriguing. And this one is full of adventure, and you've got tickets here. We're going abroad, we're travelling around the world. Who knows where? It's going to be exotic places. We have measurements here as well. Wow, to do the unexpected, you can travel the postcards from wherever you've just gone on your travels, and then we've got all of this fabric on top as well, and all the bits and pieces. Oh, there's the actual hinge as well. I should show you the hinge inside.
There it is.
Yeah,
this one is Sam, John Sam has done that one, and I think that one was one of the first ones he did as well. And he did, and this is one of the things that I keep hearing about people that maybe they already own a die cutting machine, an A4 die cutting machine, which is needed for the larger die, but then they created their first art journal quickly and easily without fear of getting it wrong, because you cannot really get it wrong. And
of course, you don't have to make the journals. You could just use the actual dies to just make cards like that, because there's your mesh die there. It's just on our greetings card with the sentiment there, and we've got another one here with our windows and our flowers as well. $33.98 is the price for that one. It's the one-day special from Miss P Loves, but it is only a one-day special until 6 o'clock tomorrow. So that price is locked in until 6, and then it reverts back to the usual price at 6 o'clock tomorrow, being Friday. Now, wow, back to you, Paola.
Right, I'm going to do a quick card. Basically, this is an A5 piece of cards. I have scored it down. I think it has been about 3 3/3 of an inch. And then I have placed my die in here. And then I'm going to put the die. I'm just going to place it a bit more there, and the reason is because I already have a pre-cut element that I know is going to go a little bit, and I'm going to explain it in a second exactly what I mean. Now, of course, I'm using an A4 die cutting machine. I'm using the Go Power and Emboss. You can use any die cutting machine that is that will take wafer thin dies. For the panels, you do not need an A4. For the big page, you do need an A4 die cutting machine. That's the only die in the whole collection, which is this one, that you need an A4 die cutting machine. Now, this will have cut the aperture. You can see in here, and I know it's kind of random in there, but if you use the same die with these gorgeous glitter cards, and then you kind of use the outer one in here, then what you get is the outer die cut. So you can see in there.
Oh, that's great.
So then that will match perfectly.
Yep.
If you kind of
stick the innie and the outer together
in there,
and that's what you get.
So that will go in here. So I'm going to just put it. Just put a little bit of glue in the back. Actually, I'm going to be quick and easy.
Oh, okay.
Spray
adhesive. Nice and simple.
Yeah, I'm going to go downstairs and
okay.
And then do that. Now,
I've never been downstairs before.
Oh, I go all the time.
Good. Oh, right. It was like a little secret club down there that I haven't been
Only
invited to.
for the shorties, though.
Oh, okay. I'm permanently upstairs.
Yeah. It just has got low ceilings.
Yeah.
No one has much your head.
Little thought for you, Paola, just occurred to me. When you're feeding your sandwich through your machine, why don't you approach it from the other side so it actually comes out at you in front of you instead of dropping off the table. Just a thought. I'm just going to put that out there. You don't have to think about it right now. Just workshop that for a while.
So basically, I can rotate it like that.
Yes.
And then, of course, I could feed it there.
Yes.
But then...
Go on. You
know,
prefer the option of have it all dropping on the floor? Okay.
It's just like...
But if you did it the other way around, just pop out in front of you, right onto your actual surface, ready to work. Just a thought.
Try.
So have a little think. Have a little think about it. Don't, you know, I don't expect commission, but if it works for you, I just want to credit on air.
Okay.
Just
I'll try tomorrow.
Try tomorrow. Spin it around.
At 8 a.m. I'll try it. And if it's a failure, I'm blaming you.
If it's a failure, it wasn't my idea. Okay, it's as simple as that. It's very simple.
All right. So what I have done, but you know, it's actually not a bad suggestion. I have used one of my free downloads. Remember, you can download them. There's 3 of them, and they are free for personal use. The reason they are, I say personal use, is because some of them are poems and things like that. So therefore, you know, they're not by me. So therefore, now there we have it. We have die cut the elements, and then you just poke the with the release hole that we have got in here. And I think I have, and I use the card making one. There is an inspirational one, 2 inspirational ones, and then there is the card making one. And this one, so for instance, says birthday wishes. Obviously, that you could use it for cards that you sell if it says birthday wishes, because that has no copyright. But this one is, you don't get old, you just get lovelier.
Oh, very nice.
Isn't it nice? Yeah. And then birthday wishes. You don't get birthday, it's like...
Of course, if there's someone you don't like, you could always just, you know, knock out, fussy cut it and have you do get old. Just put that on there. Just,
if you want to. Well, one of the things that I was saying is, like, if somebody has any words that specifically they would want to use, please let me know, and I'll try to design them for you. Because then, and of course, remember to print them to print them 100%, because
you're my favourite member of the downstairs club.
Oh, that is.
Yeah. I mean, always, apart from Bernie, obviously.
Yeah.
And Leonie. And everyone else who's short on the channel, which is everyone, basically.
I'm not.
Let's face it.
Well, I think the... Oh, sorry, I'm not gluing this very well. Well,
I've got Sasha next. At least she's not the size of a munchkin, which is good. Not you, though, obviously, Paul. I feel ridiculously tall all the time. It's like, stop wheeling out small people. I feel ridiculously lanky. Stop it. Right. So that's been brilliant, Carol. I've really enjoyed that, and that is a fantastic finish to that as well. With the sentiments on it.
I'm just kind of obviously this one has glued, but that one hasn't. But that's because. But you can see how it will. And
brilliant.
Of course, it's been lovely to work with you.
And you as well, Paula. And please do take advantage of this one-day special. It is here only till 6.